Alright, welcome everyone. I have the following plan. We are going to visit the top 5 places that you can visit right now in Kitten Space Agency. I have prepared a list. There are places. Let's restart, then I can show you what I mean. There are places right now that are just placeholder planets, let's say. So let's go down a bit to 4K resolution. Hopefully that's enough. To get a decent FPS count. On Earth it's already a bit difficult, but still works, all good. What I want to show you is, I don't know, let's go to, anyway, Uranus. Uranus even has color. But what else? Vesta. Like these, they are all the same. It's just white balls. pretty uninteresting and boring. But there are 5, my top 5 places that we can visit. So let's do that. And we are going to start with Earth. We can go up 8K again. Or let's try unlimited with Earth only. Does that work? My graphics card has 8 GB of VRAM, so can be tough, but it works. Good. So, welcome to Earth. Let's first maybe have a look at a nice sunset. Let's fast forward a bit. Go. Look at the volumetric clouds and their shadows. And the sun reflecting there on Earth, on the water. Brilliant. Nice sunset. And also the sunrise we will see soon. Look at that. It's, I mean, the most physically accurate light bending and whatnot that I think maybe we have seen in games yet. They're really picky in the details there, that it's correct. Look at that. And the sun is down. Here we go. Not fully yet, but almost. It's gone, I would say. So, we fast forward to sunrise. Hopefully I will be able to stop the time warp soon enough. There we go. Ah, sunrise. Hello. Isn't that really beautiful? Very nice. So that is one thing that I wanted to show. Nice sunset and nice sunrise, but of course we're going to see a nice volumetric clouds as well. So for that, we point retro. Let me quickly post. I totally forgot about that. That we are live on Discord. Totally forgot. Where is it? Here. Good. So, we want to get a nice cloud layer. Let's see if we can find a good cloud. Not so cloudy today. Maybe we do one more iteration. Comes. That one we can use. So there is no trajectory mod or anything yet. So we just have to eyeball it somehow. Let's fire up the engine and just see. So we point back relative to the surface. Let's go down. Okay. I mean, it really adds much that BlackRock has added the cloud shadows. Those are really, really cool. Let's have a look at the sun slightly there, and then we go down to the clouds. Camera just changed. And we're getting close. Now there's a bit of a wind sound coming up. And now we see the verticality of the clouds. Starting to see it. It's not as much as in KSP, true volumetric clouds, yet. But pretty sure we will get there. Look at that. Nice. Let's quickly turn that off. I guess aerodynamic forces will do it for us and keep us straight, hopefully. We'll see. But I guess it will work. And going down into the cloud. Isn't that nice? Why did the music stop? Inside the clouds. Yay. And we are through. Look at the water. Look at the cloud shadows. Ah, the cloud shadows are brilliant. Love those. And we're gonna have splashdown. There we go. The awesome thing is you can just zoom out like smoothly. Brilliant. Also zoom out faster. Right. Fully too. Earth, moon, system, everything. Brilliant. That is just insane. All right. So, guys, that was Earth. My top 1 place. Let's go next. What do you think is the next one? Lawrence Dev. Hey man, what's up? We're doing Kitten Space Agency. How was your day so far? We just visit my top 1 place. Of course, it's Earth. But now, second of the top 5, I would say it is the moon. So let's load the system and moon. I hope while still streaming, my VRAM does not complain. Not the best. Let's try to get lower a bit. Do you know Kitten Space Agency? So textures, let's go with 4K textures. See if that goes. If I'm not streaming in parallel and recording, I can use, see, 4K. 4K works better, okay. So let's do this first. We scroll out from Earth to be able to see the moon as well. There it is. Can I? Yes, I can. And now we can go in. Get it. Absolutely awesome. Lawrence in the KSA Discord. Huh? Nice, nice. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I was thinking about doing a video about the top 5 places that you can right now visit in KSA. And yeah, just recording it right now. So we go back to Rocket or Jim? Which one was the starter one? I guess it was Rocket. Wasn't it? Theoretically. Good. Let's get Rocket to Luna. I don't know. 100 kilometers? Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So here we are. Let's go retrograde. Look at the moon. I mean, the moon surface looks the best at the line where it gets dark, right? Because you have a lot of shadows in the craters and stuff. So that's awesome. It's crazy how many mods there already are just one day after public release. I've seen that on Reddit, yeah. Mods for the nav ball and for the Kerbin system and whatnot. Some even made Kerbal mod. Yes, yes, I've seen that. Spezies! Hallo, lange nicht gesehen, ha? Wie geht's dir? So, yeah, this is the moon. I'm not so sure they have... do you see that? There's those flashes of lights. Like camera flashes from time to time. Not sure what that is. I've seen that in the last few builds. Oh, nice, Spezies. Das höre ich gern. Alright, so let's time warp a bit here on the moon to get a nice idea of how this looks, even when you are then at the shadowy areas, right? Because that's the most interesting. Here we can see some nice shadows forming already. Awesome. This is where it looks best. We will have a nice sunset, a moon sunset. I mean, it's not as spectacular as on any planet with an atmosphere, right? Like Earth, but here we go. More nice to look at in the sunrise. No, normally when I stream or let's say capture for videos, I normally hit F2 in KSP as well as in here. It works as well. So there is no UI elements. I think it looks better. So let's wait for the sun to come back up. I need to be quick then. To press the time warp stop key. There it is. Good. So that should make for some nice visuals there. Let's go like this. Use the ground track and try to find a cool landing spot. Yeah, ground tracking. Let's do that next. But first, let's watch sunrise on the moon. Where should we land? What do you think? One of the mares or big crater? What should we try? What should we go for? Good, good, good. That was nice, I would say. So, ground track. There we are. Oh, on Earth it looks much better, I would say, to be honest. Okay, yes, let's display that. So, apparently, we are passing the Apollo landing sites. 11, 12, and 14. But we also come through this Grimaldi. Is it a crater? Is it? I'm not sure. But I guess that could be a nice spot. I guess one of the most prominent landmarks, like a big crater or big hill or something. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try and go for this Grimaldi thingy. I don't think we can actually mark it or something. So we just have to eyeball it from here. We go radial. No. We should go anti-normal, I guess. Huh? Or normal, maybe. Let's move that over here. here and see if that was correct. Let's reduce our thrust a bit. 5%. Of course, it is the wrong one. It's anti-normal. I was correct. Okay. Let's see. That does something. See? Oh, I was in front of it, was I? No, but yeah. We changed our trajectory and now we should go directly over this Grimaldi crater. Let's leave that here. Should be somewhere back there. Okay. Time warp a bit. Oh, Earth and Earthrise. Look at that. Isn't that nice? So we are almost there. I mean, we have tons of thrust, so slowing down shouldn't be a problem. Go to 100%. We have 81. Ah, there it is. Okay, it's displaying already. That stays the same. That's nice. Okay, it's not a crater. It's just one small mare. Is mare the correct pronunciation in English? In German, it's Mare. But let's land there. Would be good. How does the burn look when we... Oh, okay. That maybe 100% is a bit much. Okay, let's do that. Okay, you can actually quite use that ground tracker well, I would say, to perform approaches. That works quite nice. So let's go down. Let's see what the surface looks like. And I guess also here we can now go for surface back. Good, let's speed that up a bit. Do we see Earth some still? It's up above, I guess. So, we see the billboarding in action. The textures get more and more detailed as we go down. Let's try to make a good touchdown somehow. Where's our speed? Okay, that was not a good touchdown. My god. We were much too fast. And now we're spinning like crazy. Can we fix that somehow? Not sure. But I want to touch down. So. That's an interesting effect. Maybe we slow down the rotation. Okay, something changed. Maybe we slow down the rotation when we go and touch the ground. Let's see. We still have 90 meters a second. What's gonna happen? Okay, I mean, less rotation. Oh no, what's happening now? Pre-alpha, pre-alpha. Okay, we're rolling through a mountain. Great. That's not good. Yeah, it's screwed. Let's do that again. Do an orbit again. Thank you. Please now null rotation. Can we make it happen? Apparently not. It's not slowing down the rotation. How do we do that now? Maybe if we introduce some sideways motion? Also, it just doesn't do anything. Let's just restart. It's screwed. I feel bad for whoever is in this case. Absolutely. Whoever was in there, it won't feel good anymore. Big time. Welcome. The null rotation button. Yeah, that is normally what you would press, right? But this time it didn't have any effect, so... I mean, we get to pick another landing location, which is nice, right? So... Grimaldi was not so super nice. Let's go for... This is one of the craters here, Ptolemaios. Let's go for that one. Go anti-normal. Let's go to 50% approximately, and then we burn. Oh, we're right next to it. Yeah, well, that's not so clever. Let's first go to the dark side, and then that again. Okay, better. Good, that should do it. Let's move that behind me down there again. And then time warp a fair bit. Okay. Until we see ourselves approaching the crater. Where are we? Another Earthrise there. That's nice. Also mein Fazit bisher, nice zu sehen, dass es Fortschritte gibt, eine gute Basis, die Performance und Grafik sind gut, bei mir läuft's mit Default 22 FPS im Orbit um die Sonne, wenn ich die Texturen, wie du es gemacht hast, eingrenze, sind so 60. Ja, 60 FPS, you should be reachable by tinkering with some of the settings. Down there is Apollo 12 and Apollo 14. And back there we should be approaching Ptolemaios. Exactly. All right. Yeah, well, so loading times are super nice. I mean, right now it is totally not at all optimized regarding VRAM usage. So if you have a nice newer graphics card with 12 gig or 16 gig, you should be totally fine. If you have 8 gig like me, it's difficult already. You cannot use the highest setting in the whole system anymore. On Earth only it works, but not if you go for the full system. Yeah, but they have no optimization in yet, so they load all the textures. If they don't fit, you will see 1-digit FPS and mostly also crashes. So we go down to Ptolemaios. Hopefully this time we won't crash. Let's see. Let's go for 100% thrust this time to be sure. We are almost above. Let's zoom in a bit there. Let's see something. Okay. That should be good. We are above already. Where is the area where it's... Yeah. It's not the biggest crater, but... Okay. So let's brake. ...200 meters a second. ...100. Throttle down a bit. You could load the whole game in a RAM disk. That is true. Okay, going down. Easy. This time we are not crashing. Three kilometer high. I mean, this one we can close now, then you see more. Oh, we are actually landing on the edge of a crater. Isn't that nice? How am I throttling? This is the arrow up and arrow down keys. You can see throttle number there down in the center. In the center gadget there. And with arrow up and arrow down, you can increase and decrease the number. Between 5 and 100. And okay, not perfect. Yeah, they need to work a bit on the collisions and stuff. But there we are, on the moon, in Ptolemaios crater. Look at that. Nice, 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 nice. Yes, the arrow keys. That's correct. So let's zoom back in to see the billboarding in action once more. That's really nice. Really, really nice. Look at that. Super awesome. So, yeah. Pretty brilliant. Moon. A moon landing. That is actually one super nice thing that you can currently kind of do. kind of. If you don't glitch through the terrain and not whatnot. But yeah, my top 2 thing to do. So, what is my top 3? Now we switch over to the full system. And maybe let's go to 2K. Sure. Doesn't make such a big difference, right? So, let's see. What do you guess is the next in my top list? It's easier to get out of the capsule like this. That's true, you don't need a ladder. So, we are going to... Maybe you have guessed it already. Mars, obviously. Let's have a nice look at Mars. Oh, look. There is Phobos? I guess Phobos. Exactly, it is Phobos. Haha, nice. What a coincidence. Let's time warp a bit so that we can see it moving to the side. Awesome. Didn't expect that. Okay, well, yeah. So, I wanted to show Mars. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? I mean, if we are lucky, we might also be able to find a nice dust storm. Those are amazing. But lately I've also sometimes I was unlucky and did not find any. So, could be lucky, could be unlucky. There's also the poles. I mean, this kind of looks like a dust storm, doesn't it? Yes. Oh my god, don't zoom so much. Yes, there it is. There it is. Oh, and the music changed. Let's switch over to free cam and set the cam speed to 10 kilometers a second. Yes. And we are having VRAM issues a bit. But you still get the impression. Why is it so tough on the VRAM? Because I'm streaming, I guess. Let's go for 100 kilometers a second. Better. Look at this. A dust storm. They look really awesome. And also you can actually fly into them and then it gets pitch black. Let's do that with less cam speed again. And just fly right in. Those clouds look incredible. Yes, they do. And now let's see what it looks like inside. I can already tell you, it's pitch black. And dark. It's just dark. To be honest, it's not pitch black. I'm moving the camera right now. You don't see that, but I am. So let's try to get out somehow. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Super nice, really. Super nice. I love it. Let's time warp a bit, maybe that. Yeah, see, they are also moving over the surface. They're really cool. So let's do two things. I guess my game just crashed. No. Didn't. Okay, here we are, back again. Now we also have some more FPS, that's good. Vessels, rocket. Welcome back. Let's go to Mars. Mars orbit, 100 kilometers again. And of course on the dark side. What have I expected? There we go. I want one sunset and one sunrise, of course. Where is the sun? There. Okay, there we go. Mars, sunset. And of course, after that, we want the sunrise. But sunset and sunrise on planets with atmosphere, they are super nice. Which missing feature are you looking for the most forward to right now? I would say the builder. Once the builder is... We can later have a look at what's already inside. There's the first things for a builder are inside, but there is no rocket building yet. So yeah, that... I guess that's the next one of the next big milestones. So I don't want to miss the sunrise. There it comes. Look at that. This way. Ah, there we go. What are you most looking forward to? Ah, I'm stupid. I could have posted that I'm streaming also to the... Let me do that. To the KSA Discord. KSA General. We are live visiting my top 5 places. Twitch TV/Gotthard or YouTube.com/. Alright. And we're back. Looking at the dust storm again, isn't that nice? Okay, so we want to land, I heard, right? Where do we land? What do we have? I think it would be super nice to land in one of those canyons. Or near one of those canyons. Or, of course, on Mount Olympus Mons. There it is. Olympus Mons. Let's go for Olympus Mons. I hope I'm not sure. Do they have collision there? We'll see. This should be normal now, this time. Of course, it's anti-normal. Maybe it wasn't super correct. Well, okay, we are coming from here, we are coming through the dark side, and maybe it gets... right when we come there, but we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Approaching Olympus Mons. Could be interesting. Okay, now you should see it. Can we spot Olympus Mons already? Is it this one? No. We're almost over it already. Okay. Let's kill our velocity. Maybe it looks really nice to go down where it's not fully lit. We'll see. Let's go a bit. I guess it's anti-normal again. Of course it is. That should work. Yeah, it's right below us already. Oh, we are going up again. That was too much. Sorry. I mean, it's too dark. It's not... I should have waited until it is... Should we do it again? Yeah. Needs to be in sunlight. Otherwise, doesn't make any sense. A landing in the pitch black... Not... Doesn't make any sense. Let's do for 2K, then we maybe have some more FPS, hopefully. Oh, at least here on Earth it works. Let's go to Mars again. And now see if Olympus Mons would be in sunlight. Hopefully as well when we get there. Of course it's anti-normal again. Like this. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Yeah. Where are you? Once. Can we spot it yet? Not so sure. Is it below us? No. Ah, retrograde, sorry. There, in front of us. There it is. Okay, we can see it. Target acquired. Let's go. That's better. We see something. 3.3 kilometers we have. That's our speed. Let's get rid of some of it. Need to go anti-normal a bit. Yep. Retrograde again. This should be normal now, right? No, anti-normal. Of course I'm wrong. Of course, yo. Sup. I have a question. Is this gonna be on mobile? Honda or Davidson? Nice nickname. First. No. There's not going to be a mobile version. At least they haven't announced anything or said anything. Nope. For now, it's gonna be Windows PC only. I mean, they are developing on Mac and Linux, but they are not publishing a version. So it's gonna be Windows PC only for now. But who knows? Technically, it's possible. Also, console should be possible. But they haven't announced anything. Okay, let's go further down. We still have 1.6 kilometers. Quite something. And I really want to land on the very top. So let's point up, I guess. Turn back again. Ah, looks better, looks better. Also, are you soon gonna do Spaceflight Simulator? No, I mean, when the second version, the second part comes out, SFS 2, which is in 3D, most certainly I'm going to cover it. But SFS 1, it's just not for me. I tried it on my phone for some time, but couldn't, just it wasn't my game. Right, let's go down. We could throttle down a bit. I mean, 5% is okay-ish. Let's see. For landing, at least, it's fine. Is it also fine to get rid of our velocity here, or is it not enough? Okay, that's better. Hey, we are touching down soon on Mars. Isn't that nice? Of course, Mars has a lot more gravity than the Moon. So we need to fire the engine a lot more. But of course, still, the engine is super overpowered. Shouldn't be an issue. This is the least powerful way we can... Okay. There we go. Olympus Mons does not have a correct ground collision. Thank you for nothing. We are inside the ground. Anyway, pre-alpha. Would be good. Let's just zoom out a bit and enjoy our landing spot on top of Olympus Mons. Isn't that sweet? But what I really like are the canyons. Let me try to show those to you. Where were they? They're currently not visible. Why can I not time warp properly? Come on. Something's really not good here. From me playing a lot of Juno, I recommend for landing, I would aim retrograde. Yes, you normally do that. But somehow this autopilot thing here in KSA, it works differently. I don't know. You choose that back surface for properly pointing retrograde, not the orbital retrograde. It's strange. It's strange, but that's how it works currently. Not sure why, but that's how it is. Okay, something's really super strange with the time warp right now. Game just freezes. I wanted to show you the craters. Not the craters, the canyons on Mars. So let's try that again. Yeah, thank you for the tip. Mars. Okay. Craters. There they are. Those are the ones that I wanted to show you. Let's go to free camera mode. Cam speed 100 kilometers a second. There we go. Yeah, they are not as deep as I would have expected, but they look quite nice. Right. So, anyway, that was Mars. My destination number 3. Can you guess what destination number 4 is? I hope there is better re-entry effects on Juno. Yeah, I don't think they're actively developing, really. I wouldn't expect them to be upgraded. But I have a lot of faith in the effects on KSA once they get in. Haha, that should be something. So, my next target would be, you guessed it maybe, Jupiter. Look at that. Already the 2D clouds got an upgrade. We should see them being animated in different layers. Also, big red spot coming in here. One of the moons flying in front of us. Sweet. Looks nice. Really nice. So, let's move around. And also, of course, we want we want a sunrise and a sunset. So let's go to Jupiter. I mean, this one is more for 1,000 kilometers or more, 10,000. Let's see. Can we get a nice sunrise? Be coming from over here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. The release of Kitten Space Agency is like witnessing the release of Kerbal Space Program 1 again. It is truly the game KSP fans had hoped how KSP 2 would turn out. I agree. Green box. Welcome, by the way. Look at that sunrise on Jupiter. Awesome. I already knew Jupiter, but I knew I was not gonna get in time because of the delay. What? Which delay? So this looks really nice. And also, I think... No, we are still on 2D textures. Once we get closer, you will see we now have volumetric clouds on Jupiter. That is something. But for now, let's witness a sunset on Jupiter. Look at that. Let's dive next to the big red spot, I guess. It would be good. I only have 10 minutes left and I have to leave. So my spot number 5 in the top 5, you will see another time. But let's finish Jupiter now. Does Jupiter also have a ground map? I guess so. So let's see. It indeed does. We can see the big red spot. That's nice. Going down means normal, right? Let's see. Yes. So next to it would be here. Let's do that. Okay, So it should be the one on the top right now. Looks really nice. I have to try to get it running on Linux. Whack Major. Welcome, welcome. Yes, it really does. And check out the EU forums, the KSA forums, because there are threads already for people troubleshooting to run it on Linux. So I guess there you will find already some nice tips to do that, hopefully. Let's burn retrograde to get a nice deorbit trajectory. We have 38 kilometers a second speed right now. Good thing that we have basically unlimited fuel. Okay, here we go. Let's go down. At some point, we should see the clouds changing from 2D clouds to 3D clouds. It's Windows only officially, yes, but it can run on Linux. I mean, it's not native Linux. You run it with Proton or whatever you like, right? But it runs, apparently. People have it working. I've seen some screenshots. Oh, look, it switched over to the 3D clouds. Awesome. Oh, look at that. Yay! There we go. 3D clouds on Jupiter. Look at those clouds. Beautiful. Also the music. And they are not textures. They are actually 3D clouds. Oh my god, the winds. The winds on Jupiter are insane. And just wait until... This is the first layer of clouds. Wait until we are through the first layer. That is super insane. So now we are inside. The first layer. We should soon be through the first layer. And then it gets really crazy. Okay, that was some in-between state. Now it's really dark. Come on. Oh, where are we now? Are we on the surface? That's not what I wanted to see. Let's try something. I want to show you the in-between layer. Why did we not see that? Where does it start? Sorry for the sounds. Okay. At 30x time warp, the sound stops apparently. Okay, we are. Oh no, we are. Oh, not on the. No. Why is it dark? That sucks. Okay. Let's try to get. We need to land on the lit side here. That is not of no good to us. How do we do that now? We go back to our orbit. Okay. Over here. And now we are on the lit side. Okay. Good. That should work this time. I'm sorry for that. Looking good, bro. Luis, welcome. Epic visuals. Yeah, the sounds there were really epic. No, but this time we should have the day side. Okay, we switched over to 3D clouds. That's good. Let's see it this time for real. Okay, here we are approaching the nice 3D cloud, the first layer, right? Let's go for back. And this time we should properly see the in-between layer, because we are on the daylight side. There we go, hopefully. I hope. That's not what I wanted to show you. Wow, what's happening? Oh, okay. We are apparently diving to some other layer. And hopefully, once we are through that one, we will see the other one. Okay, there it gets a little bit brighter. Yeah, okay. Look at that. Now we're coming through this first layer and we are in the second layer. Look at that. There is an in-between two layers section. That looks just insane. That is really, really super nice. And it is how high? It is at 150 kilometers, apparently. That looks super amazing, I guess. I really love that one. And even inside of it, there is additional layers, apparently. Crazy, right? It's really crazy. And then we go back inside until we apparently touch down on the surface of Jupiter, which is not a thing, but in KSA, apparently, it is a thing. So let's not complain. Like I said, at 2 p.m., unfortunately, I have to leave you guys. So let's see what my fifth in my top 5 places is going to be. Either in a short stream this evening, maybe, or you will see it in the final video as a surprise. So, in case you have not yet, feel free to subscribe to not miss any of the streams. It's gonna be more KSA whenever they publish some big updates that are worth streaming. Or mostly it's going to be Kerbal Space Program RP1, my playthrough. We are right now doing the Gemini, the last of the... Is it going to be the last? What is our next mission anyway? Ah yeah, docking. True. The last Gemini mission, docking. So yeah, feel free to subscribe and see you around. Thanks for joining. See you next time. Bye bye.